Professor Americus Reed, the world's leading brand identity theorist, has edited a cutting-edge piece of research with Professor Mark Forehand that delves into the origins and consequences of identity loyalty that spans nearly every consumer marketing subdomain. This is a sneak peek of Chapter 10, Temporal Identity and the Pursuit of Self-Enhancement. In this chapter, the author argues that temporal identity, or the constellation of consumers' past, present, and future selves, is a key source of positive self-esteem. And these positive feelings about oneself can transfer to brands and products that consumers associate with themselves. This main idea in the chapter is evidenced by research showing that consumers' feelings about themselves can automatically transfer to self-associated brands and products, and further illustrated in the areas of temporal self-appraisal theory, which holds that people can rely on their past and future selves, as well as comparisons involving past and future selves, to obtain and maintain positive self-esteem. Here, the author suggests that the self-esteem that transfers from consumers to brands is at least in part derived from past and future selves, and comparisons involving past and future selves. Specifically, research on temporal identity has identified some psychological tendencies that enable people to maintain high self-esteem. First, people generally prefer improvement to stability or decline, and they exaggerate their past deficiencies in order to conclude that they have improved over time. Additionally, people distance themselves from past failures, but feel psychologically closer to past successes. Finally, people project their perceptions of their own change onto external identities such as brands. Through these various temporal identity mechanisms, consumers can boost their self-esteem, a critical driver of brand evaluations. This chapter is important because it illuminates an essential determinant of self-esteem and, consequently, brand and product judgments. Although consumers regularly consider their past and future selves, the influence of temporal identity on self-esteem has received little attention. By considering the self in terms of the past, present, and future, academics can refine their understanding of how consumers gain and maintain self-esteem, and practitioners can more effectively leverage self-esteem to boost product evaluations. With 30 additional chapters, this handbook establishes a comprehensive and state-of-the-art treatment of identity and marketing. It is the authoritative and practical guide for academics, brand managers, marketers, public policy advocates, and even intellectually curious consumers. Pick up your copy today and learn more at americusread.com.